Chaos List. Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All right, Nzo, here we go. Take N and Z, then throw in a O. Nzo's the name, and this is the show. It don't matter what the haters say, cause everybody knows at the end of the day, the Chaos List comes on Tuesday nights. Describe it in word, dynamite. He brings fire to all the masses. He rocks a hoodie, a snapback, and a pair of glasses. Chaos List is the second show of the week. Questions so fire that they make you speak about issues that are universal. We talk about shit that's controversial. Sit back.
What is up? What is going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Chaos List. Got the usual suspects in the house, Mr. Danny Graham, Mr. Chris Knight. Danny, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
You can find me on my channel on the Road to Wisdom on Mondays and Fridays at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also here on Monday nights, first Monday nights of the month, you can find me here with these two gentlemen. Wednesday, you can find me on the Hangout. And then Sunday, you can find me on Storms Live.
Yes. Chris, what's up? Where can I find you, sir?
You can find me on The Real Review 3000. You can find me over here. I'll be back tomorrow night on Paradise doing that with you guys. You can find me a lot of places, but right now we're doing the Masked Singer stuff. Got 2 videos a week we've been doing, and I'm probably going to be starting doing some other shorts off of kind of like Did You Know stuff. I don't know. But got the computer back up and running again, got it back from the shop, and slowly but surely we'll get everything back to normal. Next week we'll be back to doing my show, but looking forward to tonight because I know you got some great things to bring up that I'm very interested to hear, especially about the fact of how crappy the Oscars are every freaking year.
So first off, I know Brandon Davis is here just to trigger me tonight. All right, Brandon, this is what we want to do. All right, this is how we starting off the show. All right, this is how we starting off the show. All right. Last night we had the Oscars, and before I get into my shit about it, I want to hear what Danny and Chris had to say. Did you guys see it, or you guys heard about the winners? Right? What do you think?
Go ahead, Danny.
I was pleased that Michael B. Jordan won it. And I think they should have won. Well, I can't say that because I would be very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Because I didn't see the other one. I heard mixed reviews. I've heard there was a lot of tropes, and I heard people said it was good. I heard some people said it was all right, but it wasn't all that. But for whatever reason, it had the countries or the nominators, the judges, the voters buzz. And I really suspected that they was going to win it based on what seemed to me in some conversations. It was a race thing or whatever. I really don't know. And to be honest with you, I really don't care. I'm just glad that he won that. I think he deserved that based on what I saw. I heard other people say that Sean Penn was good as well, but I really can't speak on that movie intelligently because I never watched it.
Got you. Chris, what are your thoughts? I already know how you think about the Oscars.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't like it, but I did have to say Michael B. Jordan was definitely a good choice for Best Actor. Now, I'm going to go off here on the thing about Best Picture. I have not seen one battle after another. And like many people I've heard, good things and bad things. I do expect to watch it. I probably like it from what I've read about it, but I'm not sure if it's better than Sinners because I did see Sinners, and I'll tell you right now, Sinners. I think I've mentioned this before. When I watched it, I got a real feel of it being like From Dusk Till Dawn. I kept on saying, "Man, this feels like Dusk Till Dawn." Then I went up and said, "Is this like? Did he not copy?" But I was like, "Did Ryan Coogler get inspiration from
Sinners?" Yeah.
And he did get it from Dusk Till Dawn. But what I loved about it was it felt like Dust Till Dawn, but it was completely different too. It's not like he just redid the movie in a different time and different way. It just had a lot of similar tropes to it, but then he changes it even. I mean, the ending isn't necessarily the same either. So I think when you can take a movie that I like a lot, Dust Till Dawn, and change it and make me kind of go, oh wow, this is a lot like that, and then change my expectations of what I'm watching as the movie goes forward, it takes a lot to do that. So I think, from what I know and what I've read about From One Battle to the Next, One Battle After Another, or whatever it's called, I really think that Sinners probably should have won Best Picture. Now, what the reason is for that, I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you what the reason is.
I want to hear your points on it, but I will say this. So I'm happy for Michael B. Jordan. It says a lot for an actor, any actor, to get a Best Actor award at the Oscars. Say the majority of them I have agreed with. Not always. There's one part of the Oscars I think that they get right more often than not. It's Best Actor and Best Actress. It's the Best Picture that typically is the divisive one. But I'm really happy for him. He deserves it, playing the two parts. And really, you got to think about all the work that goes into doing two parts. Even though they have special camera tricks to do it now, it's easier than it was 20 years ago, whatever. It still takes a lot because it's double the lines. It's playing off yourself without seeing yourself there. It's a lot of work to do those things. So he definitely deserved it. So I was glad to hear that.
I should have went to go take a leak while Chris was talking because I knew he was going to be long-winded. But so first off, I want to say what's up, Shifty? What's up, Brandon? What up, Tamika? What up, Dandelion? Thank you guys, Beamington, even though you're in there talking your crap over there. But thank you guys for coming. Much appreciated. All right. I'm going to get into this shit right now. All right. Danny, you got your popcorn ready? All right. I'm gonna keep it real. Jason, what's up? Jason Lee Tucker. Good to see you, brother. I'm gonna keep it real. And Donnie will tell you this, and Brian will tell you this. I did not think Sinners was that good. I left there and I said, Sinners was okay, right? The reason why I like it more now today is because of all of the racist crap that's going on X and all of that shit. And I'm gonna get into that in a second. But I seen One Battle After an X, and there is no fucking way in hell that One Battle After an X was better than Sinners. It just was not better than Sinners. There was way too much Sean Penn won for Best Supporting Actor, and he was a fucking racist, and he was sorry, Danny. But I'm gonna be cursing a little bit here. He was fucking the black girl. That's why he won the Oscar. It's the same thing with Halle Berry, who won because of her role in Monster Ball for sleeping with Billy Bob Thornton, right? It's the same reason Denzel Washington won for Best Actor in Training Day, because he was a bad cop. Tatiana Taylor in One Battle After an X was the worst character of all times. I am telling you this. It was a woman who did not give a damn about her child. She was a slut, and she even was a snitch because she even ended up setting up her crew. Right? Now, in One Battle After an X, all right, the first scene, she goes in and they're doing some crap. They're doing their little revolution stuff, whatever you want to call it. She goes into the room where Sean Penn is in and tries to embarrass him. Oh, like, come outside. You need to take out your penis, right? So he had to take out his penis while she's walking him out with his dick hanging out. All right. Next thing you know, there's a scene where Sean Penn catches her in the bathroom and tells her that, oh, you better come see me tonight or I'm going to be coming after your crew. And instead of telling her crew, she goes to see Sean Penn and fucks him.
May I ask a question?
Go ahead.
All right. Isn't this whole premise of being an actor or actress is supposed to elicit these strong emotions that you having now?
No, because I don't think that's why her character was there, though. Right? Her character was simply there because her character's in the movie for about 20 freaking minutes. This is why I don't understand why she was getting nominated for like best supporting actor. She's in the movie for 20 minutes at most. Right? You see that little stuff at the beginning. She bounces and she's never seen again in the movie, bro. Like literally never seen again. She did not deserve any nods for supporting actress or anything. She did not deserve that for being in a role for being in a movie for 20 minutes. And you're going to tell me that her acting in that 20 minutes was better than The Girl in Sinners or any other movie that was nominated? Now, granted, she didn't win the Oscar, but she won for supporting actress. I think it was in the Golden Globes, right? So I think she won for that, right? Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand characters supposed to be getting a reaction from you, right? But I don't think that what this was. This was 100% the stereotypical trope of having a black person, black woman be this crazy ass, you know what I mean, degenerate person. And we talk about it before all the time. Like at some points, I say there's a there's a time and a place for everything. And if you have balance to where you're watching movies on a regular basis where black women and black men are portrayed as the family and this and that, then that's fine. The problem is we are portrayed as these type of people all the time, and this is the one you're winning an award for. Sean Penn literally gets shot in the face. And yes, spoilers for those of you who haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, well, that's not my fault. But gets shot in the face. You're like, oh, they killed Sean Penn. 2 minutes later, he's walking down the street. Now they are in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Where the hell is he walking to? Now you can say, well, Anzo, maybe he picked up a hitchhike or something like that, but the movie doesn't show you that. He's just walking straight down the street, walking like he never got shot. His face is bleeding. And then when they show him later on, they show like the bruises on his face, and you can tell he really got messed up. But yet this guy is just walking out of nowhere, right? Leonardo DiCaprio is going through all of this stuff to save his daughter. That's not his daughter. We get to the end of the movie, and he still doesn't know that this is not his daughter. The movie is trash. Compared to what Sinners was, Sinners is a masterpiece compared to One Battle After the Next. It's a masterpiece. But One Battle After the Next is the movie that wins the Oscar. You know what? Let me ask you this. Do you guys know? Well, first off, let me ask you guys this. How many black movies, full black cast movies, have won best picture?
Maybe Roots, maybe?
Chris? Chris? Oh, Chris is not there. Okay,
He's
so
offline.
you got kicked off. Not one, Danny. Not even Color Purple. Not even Color Purple won Best Picture. There is not one black movie with a predominant black cast that has ever won a Best Picture movie. And this is the movie that wins over Sinners? Why? Because it was a black cast. Full black cast, 100%. I'm telling you, because it's better than One Battle After the Next. It just is. And I hope, Danny, you get to watch One Battle After the Next and to see what you say about it. But One Battle After the Next was absolutely horrible.
After
I'm
hearing you speak so passionately about it, I doubt I'll ever give that thing a watch, bro.
I think at one point, you got to at least make your own decisions and give it a watch too at some point, right? Maybe one day if you have nothing to watch, just give it up. But for me, it's just like, this is the problem that I have, especially with these Oscars, right? When we do something good, Malcolm X, Color Purple, right? Sinners, we don't win. But then you get Denzel Washington, who did Malcolm X, who I think Malcolm X is Denzel Washington's best performance, hands down. And he doesn't win the best actor nod for that. Right? He doesn't win that. And then you have Halle Berry, who wins for Monster Ball. Now, I don't think Halle Berry has ever really had an Oscar worthy performance, but I don't think that one was Oscar worthy either. There has been 92 years of Oscars, and only 6 black actors have won Best Actor in 92 years, and only one. So Denzel Washington only has one Best Acting nod. Sidney Poitier only has one Best Acting nod. Jamie Foxx has one. Michael B. Jordan, and I think the next one is Forrest Whitaker's.
Didn't Morgan Freeman get one? I don't know.
I don't think it was Morgan Freeman. I do think it was. Forrest Whitaker. But I can get that.
Well, okay. He's won Best Supporting Actor, so not.
Oh, sorry. So it's Sidney Poitier, Denzel Washington, Jamie Foxx,
Coleman Domingo.
Forrest Whitaker, and Will Smith.
I thought here I saw.
So 5 black men and 1 black woman, which is Halle Berry. Actually, there was 2, but because I think that back in the day, that black woman. Not best. No, supporting. Whoopi Goldberg won for supporting. Okay. For Best Actor, there's only been 5. 96 years of the Oscars. You were telling me in 96 years of the Oscars, there has only been 5 that deserved Best Actor or Actress? Viola Davis never deserved one?
There's only been 1 black female win it.
Yeah. And it was Halle Berry for Monsters Ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now, Donnie, you can, in your opinion, have you seen better performances than Halle Berry in Monster Ball that could have won an Oscar?
Most definitely.
What about you, Chris?
Well, I mean, have I seen better? Yeah, of course, but I mean, not better. I mean, because there's some nice stuff going on in that movie.
But that's the only reason why she won.
I know, and I'm kind of pointing that out.
I can get some honestly,
back. What? Oh, okay. I mean, I don't disagree. I mean, let's just be honest, though. 92 years. It's been 92 years of mostly white old men choosing us. And again, it's one of the reasons why I don't like the Oscars. I think People's Choice Awards is better. I think, as stupid as they are, the MTV Video Awards are better because typically they are picked by fans. And I think that Kids' Choice Awards better because it's picked by kids. I mean, people who watch these things need to be the ones who vote for these things. There should be a open window like the MLB. And I think the if I remember right, I know the Major League Baseball fans pick a certain percentage of who goes to the All-Star game. NFL, I think, might get that. I think the NBA does it, doesn't it? Don't they do fan vote?
It's part of
part of it.
Okay, well, there needs to at least be a fan side of this. I'm not saying that would fix the problem, but at least understanding that people who went to these movies are actually voting on. Listen, I understand these movies are voted on for a lot of different things. They are looking at, when they do best movie, and again, I'm not going to go into the attributes of this with One Battle After Another and Sinners, and which is better. I mean, because if you ask me, there's some really good cinematography, good lighting, all of those things get vote. That's what makes Best Picture, is they take the encompassing thing, best score, best actor, all of those things get brought into it, and they vote on it. That's technically how it's supposed to go. If you look at Sinners, there's a lot of good cinematography going on. There's good directing going on. There's good production going on, good lighting, all of that stuff. So but they definitely have to get out of this again. It's out there. I think it's like 80 to 90% of the votes from the Oscars, the Academy Awards, the Tonys, or the Academy Awards is Oscars. I mean, Oscars, Grammys, and Tonys, which are the three big ones. That's stage, screen, and music. 80 to 90% of the people who vote on this are older, like 60 plus year old white men.
Mm-hmm.
And not to sound like I'm bowing down to anything, you can't get an accurate vote from anything like that. It just doesn't work that way. So you have to inject something into that. And if that has to start with fan votes have to be counted or something like that.
Oh, Chris froze. Well, while he's froze, let me say this. Look how he froze. That's funny. And he got kicked out. So let me say this.
Something like that.
Right?
But something's got to change.
You froze for a bit and then you came back, but it's okay, Chris. We got the gist of it. But I'll say this. I hate with a passion one battle after the next. To me, it is the worst movie ever created. I will watch The Batman and the Penguin 1,000 times over before I ever watch this movie.
Oh, that's clip right there.
The Batman is a masterpiece.
Oh, that's
compared to one battle after the next. Yes, 100%. There is a scene, right, where Sean Penn, he's trying to figure out if this black woman is his daughter, right? So he hires this guy to go and take her to this place where they're going to dust her. The guy says, no, I can't do that. The kid, I can't do it, blah, 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 blah. He ends up taking her anyways. Then he gets there and gets a holy moment and decides to go in and kill everybody. I'm like, why did you take her there in the first place then? Like, it was just so freaking dumb. The movie did not make any sense, and it seemed like there was just a lot of bloatedness to get into this movie, and it just was dumb.
What do you think made people so crazy over it?
For one, I think people are kind of like, oh, it's whoever the director is, can't remember his name, but a lot of people love his work and stuff like that. And like, oh, he's a great director and he does this stuff and blah, 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 blah. Then you have Leonardo DiCaprio in it, who I think wasn't one of his best performances either. So if he would have won, I would have been pissed at that too, because his performance wasn't even great in that movie. He's been way better in other movies, right? So I don't really know why people love this movie so much, but I know one reason why there's a certain group that love it so much. And that's because of the way they portrayed the black woman in that. Because that is how, like Chris said, these old ass white men that pick who are the winners, that is how they see us. And that is how they will always see us. And at the end of the day, we cannot have a full black cast movie winning the best picture. No, we can't have that. Oh, but it's okay to have a movie like Parasite win it, right? That's okay. But let's let that sink in. Parasite, a movie with an all Asian cast, won best film before a black movie with an all black cast. Let that fucking sink in. You understand what I'm saying? It's annoying. That's why I don't watch Oscars. I don't like it. I only watched it this year because of Sinners. And I want to show you guys something too. Let me share my screen. I just got to be careful because it's X, and you know how X goes sometimes, right? So here, I know I got here. This is such a shit film. Can we all just be honest about this? Black cast and black director are the only reason this film received the awards it is set to receive. There's more. I'll find it. Here, Jason Whitlock, this clown. Black men who earn the their Oscars. Sidney Poitier, Denzel Washington, Jamie Foxx, Forrest Whitaker, Will Smith. Black men who won DEI Oscars. Michael B. Jordan. Sinners was hot garbage and Jordan's acting was mid at best.
Okay. I'm going to say something about Jason Whitlock here, and I have a lot actually I can say because I've worked with the guy. He's from Kansas City. He started his career here. He is nothing but a horrible shock jock because I'm not saying he doesn't believe what he wrote there, but he does it because he gets the clicks. And it's horrible
100%.
to think that because in the situation you're talking about, you don't want to take something like this and try to get clicks off of something like, a black man won Best Oscar for nothing other than being black. It's not a smart move, but
he's an idiot.
That's the type of guy he is, and he's. I'll put it this way: he started in sports. If that tells you, he's no longer doing sports for.
100%. Yeah. He's doing all kinds of this crap now. Sinners wasn't political. It was a good movie. Literally, all of the heroes are either black, Native American, or Asian. All of the villains are white. The movie consists of POC heroes on a mission to kill of evil white villains. Yes, it's political.
Who said that?
Some clown on X. But you see, this is the reason why Sinners has become a better movie for me. This is the reason why y'all make these stupid racist things that made me say, hey, Sinners is a great movie now. And I thought it was mid to at best when I seen it.
Listen, I don't disagree with you. It is definitely not the typical running for best picture Oscar winning type of picture. There wasn't a lot of that this year anyways. And again, one battle after another, I would say the same thing about what I know about it. It's not your typical Oscar best picture movie. But if I really look at it, if you go with the ones that are there, Sinners, while it's not necessarily imaginative or transformative or something we've never seen before, because like I said, I keep bringing up Dusk Till Dawn. It's very much like Dusk Till Dawn. It's just there's changes and there's differences, but the thing is it's innovative in the way that it does it. And yes, okay, so it's a lot of ethnic side good guys, which in the long
there we go again. I'm gonna say, go ahead, Danny.
One thing I'm gonna add too.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So one thing I'm gonna add too. We got to remember too. There's certain guardrails we have to stay between. Maybe some people don't think that Sinners was an Oscar-nominated movie, but it's the best movie during a certain time frame. A certain time frame. Maybe it's not the best movie of all time. I wouldn't say it was, but during that time frame, it was one of the movies that for me, I went and saw twice. And y'all know I'm probably the cheapest one of us out the three of us. And I went and seen it. I paid my money twice. And at home, I've seen it 3 or 4 times. It's just that good to me. In the time frame, whatever that time frame is, I don't remember ever seeing a movie that I was interested or want to go see more than the one initial time. So for me, based on those guardrails, it was the best during that time frame. Is it best all time? If I had to list 100 movies, would it be in my 100? I don't know. But like I said, people say these crazy things and these racial things. It used to bother me. I guess to a certain point it still bothers me, but not to the point where my blood pressure gonna be all up and crazy because we can only control and we can only I guess influence just our little area. And racism is something I've seen my whole entire life. I was just talking today, and I don't want to try and stay on a soapbox. I remember here where I live at, Ku Klux Klan marching down the street. I remember that. I remember them in the field picnicking, selling their little propaganda books and all that kind of stuff. So you're not ever going to get rid of that, but it's not going to stop me from doing what I'm doing. It's not going to stop me from seeing what I want to see. And I don't even watch accent. If people say that crazy stuff, I don't care because it's not going to change my mind. And I'm going to watch what I'm going to watch, and I'm going to treat the person, whether they're black or white,
as a human being,
Yeah.
right? Whether it as what,
Yeah.
depending on what type of person they
Yeah.
are, 100%.
Yeah.
But and I hear what you're saying, Danny. But here's the problem that I think we have now: we are so trained to ignore this stuff. We are so trained to like, oh, it's just a word. Oh, guys, don't worry about it, right? But the certain communities, and I'll say it, the LGB community, the gay, the Jewish community, the minute you say something, anything derogatory about them, you
Mhm.
getting canceled right away. But
Yeah.
it seems like it's okay for them to say and do whatever they want to about us. And that's the problem. We need to start fighting back, or else they're just going to keep walking all over us with this shit. Now, again, at the end of the day, like Danny said, was Sinners the best movie ever created? No, it was not. 100%. And I never will never say it is. But it was better than one battle after the next. And don't worry, I'm going to get to the comments there, guys, because I see you got a few there. So I'm going to get to that. But I just had to have that rant because I was sitting there, right?
Yeah.
And
Last night we heard it.
yeah. You heard it, right? You heard the you heard the F right away. I was like, right now. I had just got out the shower, right? When Michael B. Jordan, because I wanted to record my actions, or whatever, right? But I just got out of the shower, so Michael B. Jordan won. So I was like butt naked when he won. So I'm standing up clapping with the bird hanging out and everything. Definitely, definitely couldn't record that.
Oh my goodness. TMI.
Uh,
Tango.
no matter how well endowed you are or not, they do not want you to show that. We've had that conversation in our texts and stuff about the one thing you showed, and like, how does this get on there?
Right. So yeah, so I couldn't really record my reaction to it, but I was happy for Michael B. Jordan. And then that came up and I was just unbelievable. I was just like, I can't believe this. They really gave it to this movie instead of the movie that should have won. You know what I mean? And then you had Tatiana Taylor running up there, hugging her. I get it. You're part of the movie, whatever, man. But yo, bro, it was really a disappointment to me. Dust Till Dawn was better. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to say because I know Chris compares Sinners, or not just Chris, but a lot of people have compared Sinners to Dust Till Dawn. And to be honest with you, it is totally different. It is not the same. I can
No.
see where some of the comparisons are, but it's like I was in the movie sitting there, where the hell are the vampires? Right? For like the first hour, 30 minutes, I was like, where the vampires? Isn't this a vampire movie I'm watching? Right? And then they come in and they do their things and that's it. So I guess that's where it kind of is. But if you think about the like Dust Till Dawn in this movie, totally different. Totally different.
Well,
I can see you getting inspiration from Dust Till Dawn, but
yeah,
it's not the same.
it is different because again, as I was saying when I was watching it, I was looking at it and going like, well, it's not as balls to the wall as Dust Till Dawn is. So Dust Till Dawn is literally an hour or whatever of very slow action. And then the second it flips to the vampire flick, it's balls to the wall. It's straight through, no stopping till the very, very end.
Mhm.
This isn't as much of a slow burn. There is more of a story to this because they set up
Right.
everything about getting the juke house open and all that and all the stuff they're doing. There's a story about they've been there. They used to be a part of this community. Everybody knows them. They came back. They got money. All this stuff's being said. Now that the KKK is there. All this other stuff. There's a lot of a story in this one. It isn't two guys running from a robbery gone wrong. There's a lot more of a story. And when it does start going there, it's the slow burn is the vampire side of it. They take one guy.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he tries to get in. And I like the way, so they are completely different. You're absolutely right. But you can see where they got
Inspiration from.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. So glad Michael B. Jordan won. So glad, but Sinners was just mid. I don't disagree with you, but it's better than one battle after the next. One battle deals with border situations, Antifa, and the current political climate. Yeah, for about like 30 minutes of the movie, though. You know what I mean? So said you're right. Um, But Sinners is not better than One Battle than the Next. Yeah, it kind of is. Sean Penn's performance is more than that. Go watch the scene where he gets invited to the White Nashes Club. He loses himself in that character. No, it was that. Like, it was that. One Battle was over. One Battle was all over. Better film, and that's why it won. No, it was not. Yeah, she shouldn't have got the nominate for that role. She shouldn't have been nominated for anything. She's like her meat medium rare. F. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Tony. Exactly. She shouldn't have been nominated for anything. But One Battle was better than Sinners. Sinners was mid. One Battles was trash. It wasn't better than Sinners. It was absolute garbage. And I know Danny hasn't seen One Battle After the Next, but when he does, he's gonna say the same thing. 100%. Yeah, that was bullshit. Him getting shot and still being alive. Exactly. So how can you see those things in this movie and run around and say this movie is so great? It just makes no sense to me. She was a degenerate, but she was the Democrats' favorite type of a degenerate. That's part of why they pushed the film so hard. um it was only a flesh wound. Nah, down the line, it was more than a flesh wound. It was way more than a flesh wound. This dude got blown off in the face. Believe it was a shotgun. It was way more than that. No way. Sinners is mid. One Battle better than Sinners. But Anzo, I remember you not liking Sinners. Yeah, but it's still better than One Battle After the Next. He likes Sinners over One Battle, 100%. I think Out of Africa beat Color Purple. I don't know what beat Color Purple, but you can't tell me Color Purple should not have won best movie that year. Like, there's no way. Cause Sinners wasn't great. It's not these dudes just broke into song and started river dancing. Nah, it wasn't racism. It was a political vote that pulled it over. I doubt that. I mean, the movie begins with Antifa raiding an ICE detainee camp. Um, but they're not Antifa, though. I know why you keep calling them Antifa, but they're not Antifa. They were just a fucking group that was trying to cause issues. I guess you could say there's a comparison there, but so you think with the triple that white woman kept the black man down?
I think he meant to say trope.
Oh, you mean the trope that white woman keep the black man down? No. Sinners was mid.
Well,
Six
how
in
many
over
times can
90.
you say that?
I know, right? I know, right? 6 in over 90 years tells you everything you need to know. Exactly, Tamika. Exactly. You're right about the black actors. I know. Nothing about Oscars surprised me. Jamie Foxx. Morgan got one for driving Miss Daisy, not best actor, maybe best supporting actor.
Yeah.
Cause not a problem to give us best supporting actor, right? We the sidekicks.
Supporting the white woman.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
we
got
get
it for.
100%.
He was driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah, 100%. Best supporting actor. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean,
You know, yeah, go ahead.
it's because again, this is why I don't. It doesn't have anything to me to have to do with white or black.
I'm looking now. He
It's
didn't get
simply
one for that.
What's that?
He didn't get one for that.
Oh, he didn't even win for that?
He got a
I thought he got it for
supporting.
driving Miss Daisy.
He got it for $1 Million Baby.
Oh, okay. Well, still, white woman.
Wait, Morgan Freeman was in $1 Million Baby?
Yeah, he was the trainer.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Anyways, it has nothing to do for me about. It's not that I don't like, or it has nothing to do with white or black to me. Why I don't like the award shows. Don't like the award shows because I just feel like it's telegraphed. Like they get told vote for this one, vote for this, vote for that. I mean, because we've seen lots of better. Put it this way: you're never going to see how do I want to say this without people jumping on my ass? Prince never got nominated for a Grammy for anything truly innovative that he did.
Wait,
he got nominated for Grammys for top
the commercial stuff.
Exactly. And if you've listened to anything of Prince's, you know he has some stuff out there that is mind-boggling better than anything he ever was known for. If you're a true Prince fan, if you've listened to some of his stuff, he has some crazy tracks out there that are excellent and so much better than some of the other stuff that was ever released. So that's what I don't like award shows for. It's only looking for commercial trash. Now, I hate saying that with the fact that Sinners did get a Best Actor, or with Michael B. Jordan. I hate saying that because I think, even in a way, any award given out like that is trash. And I don't mean that against Michael B. Jordan in any way. These awards are just trash, and it's horrible.
Mama Bear said, she was white presenting, right? Her daddy was mixed. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Because even if you're talking about Tatiana Taylor, even if she's mixed, she's still considered black. They call her a black woman. Like, they'll never consider her a white woman. It'll always be black. Sydney, Denzel, Forrest, Jamie Will, Whoopi, supporting actor for Ghost. You're right about that. You're right about that. You are, but at the end of the day, Sinners wasn't better than One Battle After Next. Oh my God, Brandon! it sounds like a broken record there, bro. Listen, we're never going to agree on this one, and that's fine because everything is subjective. I get that.
Saying it 50 times is not going to change your mind.
Yeah, everything right. Everything is subjective, so I get that. You're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. I hate it. I think it's the worst movie ever created, to be honest with you. And there's a lot of bad ones out there, you know. Don't say it, Danny. I don't want to hear it. I know what's coming out of your mouth. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I know Blank Man and Meteor Man were about to come out of your mouth, and no, not tonight, bro. Because you know what? I have a feeling even you'll say that Blank Man and Meteor Man were better than One Battle After Next. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Danny, you have to watch One Battle After Next. You'll love it.
I'll try and watch it, but it ain't nothing that, like I said, I'm not dying to see, and I'm going to down this hill. During that time frame, there was no other movie that I paid my money to go see 2 or 3 times but Sinners. So that's why I think it was the best for me. I can only speak for me. One Battle After Next didn't even register on my radar, bro.
So. That's the thing. That's funny. It did register on mine. I was excited to see this movie. I remember we're talking to the Spoiler Kings, and I'm like, "Oh, One Battle After the Next is coming out. I can't wait to go see this movie." I am so glad that I did not pay to go see that crap. I would have been like LDG asking for my money back. I would have been making a big fuss in that theater. Nope, I want my money back. I'm not supporting this crap. Not doing it. The general movie public should never vote for the Oscars, as we'd get cape shit nominated. Not really thoughtful artistic movies like Train Dreams. I disagree with you. I think there's a balance where you can have regular people and people of Oscars nominating, right? Because yes, you're going to have your trolls, but at the end of the day, you got to understand that there will be people out there who will make the right choices.
But there got to be some kind of filtering system. I'll give you a prime example. This year in the NBA nominations, some fools nominated Bronny James. I think he got 2 or 3 of the All-Star votes. And I'm not just saying it because I'm not a fan of his father, but there is no way in God's green earth he should have been getting
100%,
not less 2. So you got to be some kind of filtering system, and I don't know how you would do that because there's so many. There'd be so many popular votes coming in versus actual good votes. So I like the standard that they're sitting like best picture, best cinematography, all that kind of stuff, all the crazy stuff that I didn't care about or even notice before I started going on YouTube. YouTube, like I said, is a blessing and a curse because before 10 years ago, before I got on YouTube, I would have never been thinking about this stuff. What you talking about now? I'd have been like, I don't care. But now when you go in there, you're sitting there. One move, I even took notes, a notebook. That is crazy. I would never take a notebook now. But I find myself, if I see a certain scene or something in there, writing down in my notes in my phone, like I gotta remember this whenever I'm talking, this kind of stuff. So it's
absolutely
it's a double-edged sword.
No, I agree with you 100%. I want to get to this one because Mom Bear said, I know which movie became a phenomenon and it wasn't One Battle. Absolutely 100%. You are correct on that one. Said, I expected more from one battle since it had so many actors I like in it. It didn't do anything for me. Same thing. Me
But
neither.
but sometimes that happens.
Mm-hmm.
They'll throw a lot of actors into a movie and it just overwhelms it, and nobody gets the
Oh,
time to shine. And so that's one of the things. And again, I haven't seen it either, but I'm like Danny. It just doesn't strike me as I have to go watch it. Sinners, I'd heard a lot about it from other people, and it's a trope I like. I like vampire movies. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
That's
And
what
I
drew
was
me
like,
to
okay,
Sinners.
go ahead,
yeah,
Danny.
and
Go ahead, Chris. I'm with
Oh,
Chris.
sorry.
That's what drew me to Sinners, the vampire aspect of it, because I love vampire and werewolf movies. All that other stuff was just icing on the top.
Yeah, agreed. Poe sent a $2 super chat. It says a pixelated hippo chomps on a one up.
Yeah,
Uh,
picture on the phone. You can't see it on here.
oh, okay, I got you. Okay, it's what the picture is. I got you. I was wondering what the hell he's talking about. I was like, Pill, are you drinking?
Yeah,
You know?
it shows a hippo eating something.
Uh, no, Chris. About a decade ago, they restructured the
no,
voter
okay,
makeup, allowing for more majority and younger people
great.
in the mix.
I'm going to read this because I couldn't put it all in. I'm going to read this. As of 2022, approximately 19% of Oscar voters are not non-white. It is now 81% that is white. Around 2012, it was 94. So you're telling me that a 13% change is massive? No,
Not at
it's
all.
not. And
No.
again, I don't know how you change it. And okay, fine, great. You can say they've made strides, but there should be something to change this. Now, granted, here's the other thing, if I remember right. Anybody who has won an Oscar, I think, becomes a part of the vote. And I'm not sure exactly how that is. I've done deep dives into this, and it just only makes me come back from it saying I hate award shows because there has to be something to be changed. I mean, again, think about it. You got the NFL. How many black owners are there?
El Zippo.
Exactly. How many black men play in the NFL?
465.
Okay. Well, okay. There you go. Whatever. I'm just saying there are a lot. So why isn't it that representation should be showing up?
100%.
It should be showing up in your coaching. And yes, a lot of assistant coaches are black men. Women are coming in too, but it'll probably be a long time before we see a black woman in the NFL. I don't know that for sure, but I'm assuming. But then when the owners come in, you should think that a group of men, like, for instance, I'll just say Michael Jordan, for instance, because Michael Jordan has enough money to probably find a group of people, but he, I think, has tried and he's been denied. So it's like, why don't you have the same representation? So you see lots of athletes and lots of actors who are black. Why does that not translate upwards to the more prestigious things like awards, owners, coaches,
Studio companies?
Exactly. So you have to ask the question: it's not like the representation isn't there. It's just where the representation is.
100%.
So I think that's what we're talking about here. Is that you need representation in higher places just to help be more
diversified, if you want to put it that way.
Diversified, fair. And I know everybody wants to say DEI this, DEI that. It's not always just about doing it. It's about, listen, if you're not getting the voting from your constituents, the group of people, if politicians don't listen to the voting public, which they don't get me wrong, you don't get proper representation. So there has to be that mix in with the voting groups of these award shows to allow that diversification.
But a lot of it, Chris, it's going to take time to do this. And I know being in the minority that always hears that, but another statistic on the thought, there's been 45 presidents. Only been one black president.
Facts.
There's been 45 presidents. Only been one black vice president.
Facts.
So this stuff, the people on the top of the hill are not going to relinquish that spot willingly. So you have to fight it, take it, push it, cheat, whatever. a lot of times we don't have the power to do it. And a lot of times, if we do have the power to do it, we don't have the teamwork to do it because Nzo is mad at Danny because Danny getting ahead. But so a lot of times Chris won't be mad at Tommy because Tommy gonna look out for Chris on the back end. But it's a lot, not all times, but a lot of it is don't want to see other one get ahead. And that
Absolutely 100%. Now, Shifty Gizzum said Paradise was a foreign film, different situation. No, it wasn't, because it was still voted on by the same people that voted for One Battle After the Next over Sinners and vote for all of these other white movies over black movies. It's the same thing. It's just nothing different. Nothing different.
Your team has a black owner now? First time hearing that.
Who said that?
50 said there's one black owner in the NFL. Spencer Stratusmore bought the Kansas City Chiefs.
No, he didn't.
Is he a minority?
I never heard that either.
I ain't either.
They threw everything away for this white woman. That's not the movie, bro. Like, come on now. Really? This is what we're talking about in Sinners? Like, oh, because the white woman. Nah, that's not what we do. And she wasn't even white, right? She wasn't completely white. This year, it was politically screwed more than anything. Still, Sinners got the honor of being the most nominated in history. But yeah, so what? So what? It was nominated for the most in history and won 4. Like, what are we talking about here? And in every other award show, Sinners won Best Picture. Golden Globes, the black ones, whatever. The black ones, it was expected, of course. But Golden Globes, whatever, they won Best Picture. Of course, in the Oscars, they don't. Are you finished, B? Yeah, you know. Glad Jordan won for sure. Then at the end of Sinners, he's still with the white chick. Oh my God, are you kidding me, B?
Hey, look at this. Look at this. Shifty. No, you see, you're like, he did too. In a fucking TV show. We're talking about reality here. I'm like sitting there going like, wait a minute. I know I heard that name before. It's Dwayne The Rock Johnson's character on Ballers. And it's like, what the? Come on. Shifty. I don't know if you do drugs.
Stay out the internet, bro.
No. If you do drugs, Shifty, get off of them. If you don't, start, because you need to get back on a level playing field.
At least he eased up my headache. I had a headache, boy, and I was like, where is he getting this from?
Even as a vampire movie, it wasn't good. As a vampire movie, it wasn't Lost Boys or Fright Night. But it wasn't supposed to be. Right? And I think
on this.
I wish, Danny, because it wasn't supposed to be. And I think a lot of the things that people are missing, and even that I was missing, right, that this movie, again, is not a vampire movie per se. It's a character movie, right? This is what Sinners was. It was about the characters. It was the development of the characters. It was about the time period that they were in. That's what Sinners was about. And I think I have, because I'm rewatching Lost again, and I'm like, I understand that some of these movies where we think it's like, oh, the vampires are there, but it's not really about the vampires. The vampires are the backstory to it, you know?
Yeah, vampire elements, but
yes,
it's not a traditional vampire movie.
Exactly.
To me, it was just another thing that a black man had to deal with back in that time. On top of the Jim Crow, on top of the racism, on top of the trying to steal and do that kind of stuff, the violence. Oh, and let's just throw vampires trying to steal our culture. That's the vibe I got.
I know a lot. Again, going back to the whole stupid DEI stuff, but everybody talks about that and they make it sound like that's what we're trying to happen. I'm the first guy that'll tell you, I don't know. And again, I'm not. Newsflash for both of you guys here. I know I've said this before, and I know you guys have yet to figure it out, but I'm not a black man.
Trust me, we know.
But here's the thing. I don't know how if I were a black man, how I would feel like in the NFL if I were told you have to interview one black coach. I mean, I would want to win it on the merit of being a good coach, but the problem is am I going to get that chance? So how would I feel? Okay, I want the chance, but am I just getting the chance because I'm a black man? I don't want it to be like that. I want there to be true representation because people want it to
The
be
best person for
representative
the job.
of the group. Again, I don't care who the actor or actress is. I don't want it picked because they're black or Cuban or Asian or anything. I don't want that to be the reason. I want them to be picked because they are the best actor for the job.
And here's the thing, right? Because I know people love this DEI crap. Now, if I go and I say, hey, I want a job as an airplane pilot, right? And they hire me, and I've never flown a fucking plane in my life, then 100% you can say that's DEI hire. But you got people who call DEI hire act like the person that got the job is not qualified for it. The reason, yeah, go ahead, Danny. Go ahead.
What Chris say is good in a perfect world, in a vacuum, but a lot of times we don't get opportunity because the powers that be, whatever their agenda is, if their agenda is no blacks, it don't matter how good you are. It does not matter how good. In most professions, and a lot of times we still see this on sporting events supposed to be the most purest form, the best athlete at whatever position. But a lot of times we've seen that in the NFL, there's a certain position that blacks were intentionally kept out until they just proved that they could do it. That's the quarterback position.
Mm-hmm.
There is if just like cracking into what we finally call the good old boys club, there's just going to have to be somebody who name just will open doors. The only person I think right now to me got a legitimate chance of buying a team if he wanted one was somebody like Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Michael Jordan bought
the two of them together.
Magic Johnson bought he's a part owner in the Dodgers. But there's no other black man that I could think of now. And Michael Jordan is not the richest black man, but he got such a global phenomenon. And then the people that have that power as owner can be like, he gonna make us even more money with his name, his notoriety, and his. That's the only black man I could think of right now in the United States that get a chance of going in there and maybe owning a team in the NFL.
You realize Michael Jordan, and I had to double check my work on this, but I'm pretty sure this year became the first black owner of a NASCAR winner.
Yes.
At Daytona.
Yes.
That's a huge accomplishment. And again, how is it that he got that, but he can't go get an NFL team? Now, maybe he doesn't want an NFL team, but my point is how can, and again, you know why I'm saying this, because if there's ever been a good old boy group, and what's funny is when you think about it,
NFL.
NASCAR, I'm talking about NASCAR. But NASCAR is opened up to Toyota, which is a foreign-owned company. It accepts women to be racers. It accepts black men to be racers. And I know the numbers are not huge of those people, but it feels like they've at least tried, and they've allowed a guy that has money to buy in and be a part of the group as an owner. It's like, why hasn't the NFL just said, hey guys, next time it expands, hey, we want one of these teams to be a majority owned black ownership, whether or not it's 5 guys and 3 of them are black and 2 are white. I don't care. It's like, why doesn't the NFL just stand up and say, okay, if we're going to expand, we need it to be a black owner? Or if the NFL forces a change in ownership, like the Washington Redskins, Commanders, whatever you want to say, if they force a change in ownership, why don't they force it and say, okay, we're looking for black owners?
Right,
because
they don't want to.
I get that. But that would go a long ways to say, listen, we're trying, because like Shifty said,
it would.
They made a huge push for to change the demographics of the votership of the Oscars. They changed it by 14%. That's not a big push. That's a blow.
100%.
That's the wind blowing. Did they?
That 13% will never affect anything.
But that's my point.
In the end of the day, yeah.
Yes, you got to start somewhere, and I totally agree with Danny. It's going to take time, but that time has to get a push. It's got to get a nudge. The Rock stays at the top of a cliff until it gets pushed, and when it gets pushed, that's when it gets its momentum.
Again,
go ahead, Danny,
again, I get what you're saying, but
and then I'll go to comments.
that's in a vacuum.
I know. I understand.
Them good old boys is not going to break. They're not going to reinvent the wheel. We've been doing
I understand that.
We've been doing this for 5,000 years, and I'm not changing it because my daddy did this and my did this. They're not going to do it unless somebody come in there with a total thought process. But guess what? When they even their spidey sense even pick up on somebody thing like that, they're gonna get them up out of there.
100%.
They're not gonna let that happen.
Real quick. Shifty said, "Oh wait, didn't Green Book win Best Picture? Marshall Ali won twice. Moonlighting won Best Picture. 12 Years a Slave did too. But they were not all black cast movies. That was my point.
I'm looking that up. I don't see Green Book.
I thought it did. I thought it did. But if you're saying it didn't, then I'll go with what you're looking at right now.
I'm looking at what I said. I think Green Book should have won something, but I don't see it.
Okay. If you find it, let me know. Does all that matters is that Michael B. Jordan won the Best Actor. It's a better accomplishment for an actor to win Best Film. I'm glad he won.
Yes. And yeah, and again, I think we're all glad he won. That's great. But he could have recorded that. Of course, she says that. Yeah, there you go. But
save that reaction recording for your OnlyFans.
But I don't know. This is why I just don't watch or pay attention to Oscars. Like I said, last night continued a tradition that I've done for so many years, which is I've streamed on Oscar night because I don't give a crap.
It won.
Yeah. Oh, it did win? Okay. Yeah, I don't absolutely blame you for doing what you did, Chris, because I would have done the same thing. I only did it again because I wanted to see if Sinners would win, and of course it didn't. So, and I know these guys were texting me, and I wanted to tell Danny and Brian, yo, stop jinxing the damn thing, man. And I was like, whoa, I think the movie you hate is gonna win. I was like, no, don't say that, Danny. Then Brian said, yeah, I agree with Danny. I'm like, oh, you guys, man.
I knew that was gonna win.
And then sure enough, it did. I knew it would be a split decision. Sinners with original screenplay won Battle of Next with Best Picture. Yeah. Sean Penn was the best part of one battle after an X. Sinners got robbed. What's up, Rob?
He showed up, did he?
Who?
Sean Penn.
No, he didn't show up. But he said Sinners got robbed 100%. Yep, I agree with you. It did get robbed, and I hate what they did to that movie. He said they're not rash for the people in the business. A lot of these people count on Oscars for future work. Yeah, 100%. And I'm glad he did win. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that I'm glad that Michael B. Jordan did win for that, right? But at the same time, for me, yeah, you said that last night. Yeah. But at the same time, I think Sinners, and again, I didn't think it was great, but it was better than One Battle After Next for me. Like, just that movie alone, I just hated it, man. I hated it. Anzo, go ahead.
What I liked about it is I think Michael B. Jordan, I could be wrong. I just see him in different movies, see him in interviews and stuff, and he seems like a person that's going to pull the next person up. So by him winning this, maybe he's going to pay it forward and pull the next person up and open some doors that are currently closed now. So until he shows me otherwise, I feel really good about him winning that. It seemed like the majority of the crowd was very happy for him. Whether that was
absolutely
or not, I don't know. But it's just like when we watch these sporting shows and stuff. These players, they know who their real dog is on the court.
Mm-hmm.
We may think something, but they know who their real dog is on the court. And these actors know the same thing. They know who really did what and who didn't do what. So I would maybe give the actors the biggest chunk of voting on who should get it.
And I agree with you 100%. Like, in the long run, I'm pretty sure a lot of the people they're like, oh, Sinner should have won it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's about the recognition too. Like, Coogler didn't even win for Best Director. And I guess I'm okay with that one. I just wanted Best actor and best picture. I wanted those locked down. I know she's considered black. That's why I'm getting frustrated at Sinners is about the white woman taking down the black man. Yeah, I don't like that either because she is considered black. One Battle isn't nearly as bad as the
You know
Garbage Pails Kid
Seinfeld?
Oh
movie.
my god.
It's worse than the Garbage Pail Kids, yes. And they said, "Don't watch Danny, you'll fall asleep." LDG is laughing. It's one battle after another, not next. Yeah, exactly. Um, one battle is nice. No, it is not. Not at all.
Oh my god.
I'm happy that K-pop won best song. Hey, Danny, don't watch that movie. It isn't great. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Because I know you have pretty good taste in movies, and when you say in the movie is trash, it absolutely is trash, 100%. Now, some of your taste is kind of, but I'll give you that one. We're on the same page on that one. Absolutely, 100%. To be fair, Poe, you could actually say that and make it charming. He said, there's one black owner. Okay, yeah, that's all the crap you were talking over there. Brandon said, well, Die Hard isn't a traditional Christmas movie, but it works. No, it's definitely a Christmas movie. What are we talking about here?
It's not a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I'm going to watch Sinners again, but honestly, One Battle is more entertaining. And I know you said something, I probably missed it, where you're like, oh, the action in One Battle After Another was better than Sinners. No, the fuck it was not. It was not, bro. There was nothing. Nothing happens in the movie. It's not good. Brandon, how many times you watch Sinners? Not enough if he's calling the one woman white. Onzo, he gets special. It's Onzo, he gets special treatments. Absolutely, 100%. The actors have their own award show, the Actors Awards, formerly the SAG Awards. And Mama Bear said it is a Christmas movie. Yes, 100%. I agree with you. It's a Christmas movie.
No.
We're not gonna have this argument. That's on a different show. We'll talk about it then and there. But at the end of the day, thank you everybody that popped in and gave your comments. We're gonna move on to the next topic because I know it's something Danny is looking forward to. And when I seen it, I was like, I don't care. I don't care. Like I really don't care.
Everybody knows that you are Darth Kalka, so
whatever.
that's not surprising.
I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna pull it up. We are going to get into the trailer that dropped today. Danny has not seen it. Chris has not seen it, but they dropped the mall trailer, and we are going to watch it here today. What's up, guy? How you doing? Thank you for popping in. Savage8994. Thank you for popping in. Much appreciated. Let's watch this trailer.
Can't hear it.
Can't hear it?
No.
Okay, probably because my share screen. Let me just, yeah, it is. Hold on. Give me a second. All right. Sorry, guys. We'll start this over again. You know, I do my from stuff and all the breakdowns can't have the sound, so I forgot to turn it back on. But here we go.
Gotcha.
Our target is a syndicate leader. He is associated with several criminal organizations. And proficient with a laser sword.
The Empire tried to kill me. Their betrayal demands consequence. And that consequence requires a weapon. Together, we can destroy the Empire.
He wants to fight as allies.
The Empire may be our common enemy, but Maul will never be our ally.
We need to find him, whatever it takes.
This is escalating out of our hands. The Empire will want answers.
The Empire will lock this planet down.
Jedi, where is Maul? I'm right here. revenge.
We're not gonna take out the whole empire.
All right. So first off, I don't really want to get this answer because I know what I'm getting already. But Danny,
Look good to me, man. I'm definitely gonna tune in, bro.
Chris,
Maul has always been one of my favorite characters.
Because I'm still one of the people that want to, whether or not they fix or do much more with the Solo a Star Wars story. I still think the Syndicate stuff is an interesting storyline to get into, and this looks like it would head towards that. How he got to be a part of one of the syndicates, and
This is Crimson Dawn look like.
What was that? Well, that's what I'm saying. This is how he gets to there, and I'm interested in them doing that because I still would like to see them do a series about the syndicates or individual syndicates, or again. But listen, any extra stuff you do with Maul, I'm good with, and the idea of him not being a good guy but fighting the bad guys like that, kind of rogue,
Anti-hero.
Anti-hero. I like the idea. Well, I mean,
I only wish they'd done this live.
You see, there's the thing. I'm right there with Danny on that. I would much rather a live action. Now, we know we can't get Ray Park anymore because Ray Park's lost his mind, but whatever.
Has
but
he?
you can find.
What do you mean he lost his mind?
Yeah, his family has come out saying that he's beat his children, he's beat his wife. A lot of stuff has come out, and whether or not, look it up. He's not going to be the guy that they're going to be able to put in there with as much controversy as he has surrounding him. Whether or not it's true or not, it's just they're not going to be able to do that. But you can find somebody. You could find somebody to do it. It's a lot of makeup. I mean, and as long as you get somebody that can make the moves the way he did, that's great. But I think that's why they do a lot of the. I think that's why they've only used him in
CGI.
CGI or animation, and then the one time he was in Solo, it was just for 5 seconds, and they didn't even use his voice. So but no, I'm interested in this.
I don't care, bro. I'm looking at the trailer and I'm like, I mean, I guess it looks okay, but what are we doing? We're making Darth Maul like an anti-hero, right? What are we doing? We're he's working with the Jedi and they're gonna be taking down the Empire, and I'm just like,
well, if you watched the last season of Clone Wars, he was kind of shifting that way because he was able to finally figure out what Sidious was doing, and he felt betrayed because he wanted to be like the chosen one. But then when he found out Anakin was, he was trying to tell Ahsoka. So there was shades of him trying to. Well, I think he did it for his own gains. He is never going to be good like that creature or a character sitting there. You may be fighting the Empire, but Darth Maul will never. He's fighting for himself. So I think we're going to just see some of the stories. I read one of the books, and I think this is going to be based on what I'm seeing. Crimson Dawn. You remember at the end of a Solo movie, we saw the hologram of him. I think during that time. So
that's the thing. I think it's going to lead up to that. I think that's what I've wanted to see is how do these characters we've seen in bits and pieces in other movies and animation, how does that end up to the whole? And I'm okay with them filling in the holes this way. Again, that's needed. I mean, again, you guys didn't like Andor, but I liked it because it filled in the hole that I found appealing. I know you guys did not like it, and that's fine. It's just
I don't know how we're talking about Andor on this stream right now.
Well, I will say about Andor, I didn't care for it, and the reason why, because I think Anzo and I have said this. To me, Star Wars, lightsabers, good guy, bad guy, star fights, blasters.
Force.
Using the Force. It's gonna and I know some people say, well, it didn't happen in the last 3 movies. It didn't, but it had the wrong directors on that. But when I see a Star Wars movie, I want to see some kind of lightsaber fight at some. That's just my personal preference.
Same
And
here.
and Maul, like, and I know we said it, and I know when we've ranked the Star Wars movies. I always rank the Phantom Menace in my top 5 because of that. Because I've never seen a double-edged sword. I've never seen that fight style. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and Darth Maul were all 3 of my in my top 10 characters. To see that, I thought it was fantastic. So that's why I'm interested in seeing it. And I've always thought that the Sith were more interesting than the Jedi.
So do I. I'm definitely, already know I love Empire Strikes Back because Darth Vader wins, right? And I get that, but I think one of the things that I'm like, I'm tired of the animation, right? Like, do I really want to keep watching animation, these cartoons and stuff like that, and for Star Wars? And
I
I
think it's
just
cheaper. I think it's cheaper to do it,
could be.
and plus they're trying to fit. I think they're trying to
After you
give
get
us
that,
something because if this Grogu and Mandalorian is not good, Star Wars is going to be in trouble. They're in trouble now.
100%.
They're going to be like
And
on life support with a ventilator, and somebody's still putting adrenaline.
Go ahead,
into
Nzo.
Yeah, I'll let you go. Just give me a second so I don't forget because I already forgot it once.
Go ahead.
Another thing I was going to say is I'm tired of revisiting some of these characters from the past. Let's move on. Let's get something new going, right? Let's get something new started. Let's start a new trilogy 100 years before or 100 years after and start building on that, right? I'm tired of going back to the mall and I'm trying to.
Did.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, the Acolyte was trash, right? But like, I want us to go. I want us to stop revisiting these characters that we've seen already so many times before, and that's George Lucas always said. It's always moving forward. We're always moving forward. We're always trying something new. And these guys at Disney just keep trying to rehash old stuff. And I'm like, no, give us new stuff now. It's good that you're going back. You did all your stuff. You did the Acolytes. You did these shows. You did all of that. You gave us this. You gave us that. Give us something new. That's what I want.
I don't understand how.
Sorry, go ahead, Dan.
I don't understand why they greenlighted Acolyte for live action and not Maul.
Mm-hmm.
To me,
I can see that.
The big thing here is that their animation, more often than not, gets better praise. It's kind of like DC over the years. DC's animation has gotten the praise because they've done better with their animation. It's cheaper. I think it's more dynamic. They can do the lightsaber fights without having to find the right actors that can do this stuff. The reason why they used Ewan McGregor and Christian Haydenson again was because they had done enough of the training and they kind of could get back into it. Now, granted, it wasn't as good, but it was better stuff than we'd seen from other things. But I think that the animation does better. And then when you say, Nzo, let's move forward, let's do something different. Well, the sequel trilogy was something different. I don't think they've got the right people because they don't understand. Now, I'm just saying, I don't think that even if we did something completely different from the Skywalker saga stuff, I'm not sure if the right people are there. Now, we'll find out if Dave Filoni is going to do that. And perhaps this might be the first project he was in and they knew it was going to transfer to him. So he said, let's do this. And he might be doing that because it's a safe bet. Let's just start off on a safe bet. I'm like Danny. I just don't know if the Mandalorian and Grogu is going to do the right thing. And the problem with that, first off, again, I hate the title. Change the damn title, please, because it just doesn't feel like Star Wars to me. It feels like, as you said it, Nzo, long season or long episode. And I don't want that. Disney has to right the ship somehow. And if it's going back and doing something trusted, tried and true, then that's what you do. And I think that's what they're doing with it.
Starfighter is a step in the right direction. Isn't Starfighter like right
Well, let's
after
see.
like the Ray stuff. So no, it's not. It's not like future events. I'm telling you. Get you. They ruined the Lucas, the Skywalker era. They ruined that. Move away from it, right? This way, if you go, let's say, 100 years in the future, you could do whatever you want to do. You could say the Force has changed to this. You could say this is that. You could do whatever you want to do, and you're not held to the standards that George Lucas put in place. And then, if you want to ruin it, then you can ruin it then. But yes, Chris, I agree with you. They may not have the right people in place, but stop rehashing this old crap. Like, the only reason why they're doing it is because Star Wars is trash, and Darth Maul is probably going to get people back in again. Oh, guys, we got to get something going. Let's do Darth Maul. Right?
Well,
Man
okay.
doing Grogu was doing great. So instead of doing another season, let's do a movie.
Okay, let me ask you this though, Anzo. Is Dave Filoni the right person or not?
I don't know. I really
So
don't
we
know.
have to take a step in the right. We have to take a step in a direction. I think this again. It's a safe move. I think the Mandalorian Grogu is a very risky move, and I don't know. Again, it's hard to come up with characters when you're trying to put them up against Luke, Leia, Han, Chewbacca, Darth Vader, those people, because it's difficult to live up to that. So the reason why they went and did the sequel trilogy is they thought they could do it. They just didn't have the people that understood how to mix it together, because that could have been done right. There's a lot of things we've talked about that could have changed how you view those sequels. They just didn't do it. The thing is if they're going to do new stuff, then they have to start from scratch and listen to what George Lucas originally wanted to do. He went from old mythology
100%.
and old stuff, and they've got to just basically come up with the next Skywalker saga. Just call it something different, like you said, and inject some of the same things we always talk about. Like Danny says, lightsabers, good guy, bad guy.
There is not one Disney Star Wars movie that actually feels like Star Wars. Not one. They don't feel like Star Wars. None of them give that George Lucas Star Wars type of feel. It just
Force
doesn't.
Awakens is about
No.
as close as they came to it.
I may give you that, but
I understand what you're saying, and I don't disagree with that.
it's just Danny. You think Favreau's the right person for the job? Filoni, sorry.
Not Filoni, Favreau.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so you think Favreau would be better for the job than
I kind
Filoni?
of lost some of my faith in Filoni, some of his stuff. But I just got a lot of faith in Favreau because I see how he do
it's not
Iron Man.
Favreau. I'm sorry, I said the wrong name.
So I'm hoping that Favreau will lead into the next, because I think Filoni had his opportunity to do, but see now Filoni is more interested in female characters. Now, not bash female characters at all. 'Cause I love Ahsoka, and I learned to love Omega, but I just think he is kind of fixated on a certain kind. When I think Favreau would dig deeper into the EU books, which has a lot of source material, and try different things.
And one thing I'll say about Favreau that I'll say this is I think that if he were to do a movie and cast it, he would give us characters that we would like. You know what I mean? Like real characters that you could feel for, like maybe not on the levels of Han and Luke and Chewie and all of them, but at least characters that it's like, oh, I the one thing about Rogue One, which is what everybody like, oh, Rogue One is so great. I hated the characters. They were bland. They were nothing burgers to me. None of them, nothing burgers. Even the Asian guy that everybody liked. And then he's running around saying, I am the Force is with me. I am the like, no, that's not how it works. That's not how it's said. And you're not that far from original Star Wars or whatever, you're not that far from original Star Wars or even from the prequels to not know that it's may the Force be with you. And I just like whatever you guys are doing, they try to it seems like they try to erase what George Lucas does or did, put their own narratives in there and ruined the whole thing. Nah, I ain't down for that, man. I ain't down for that.
Okay.
So hopefully Maul is good. Am I excited for it? Absolutely not. Will I watch it? 100%. Will there be a round table for it? Maybe. Who knows? Right? But at the same time, I am just like, I'll watch it. And if the first 3 or 4 episodes, well, it's 2 episodes every Monday, right? So that's good too. So
So my mall thing is 2 episodes every Monday.
yeah, yes, 2 episodes every Monday.
How many
Right?
total episodes?
10.
Yeah, I don't mind doing a round table. If y'all want to do it,
Yeah.
don't make me no difference.
Yeah, we probably will end up doing one, but at the same time, I'm not excited for it. Rumor is Tom Cruise is rumored to have a role in Starfighter, not just him directing one of the lightsaber battles. He was also at an award show that honored Lucas last week. Hope it's true. I guess, you know what I mean? Would Tom Cruise work in a Star Wars movie? Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
You don't think so?
I think it's more of a distraction because if he's in a cameo that you can actually see his face, it's gonna blow out of proportion. And like one of the coolest things about Force Awakens is you found out that David Craig was in it, or Daniel
and Daniel Craig,
you
and no
didn't know
one knew
about
who he was. Yeah.
exactly. It's cool to hear those stories, but think about it. Tom Cruise shows his face on this. It's either going to be a complete distraction if it's a cameo, or I don't know how you could do it unless he plays like a really popular like Jedi or Sith and he plays it up right. You have to either give him all or nothing.
And I'll say this: you can put because remember what they did with him in Tropic Thunder, right? They could do something like that with him in this, and it'd be like, okay, you know what I mean? That's kind of cool if they did something like that where it's not Tom Cruise, he's looking like a different type of person or something like that. But it's Tom Cruise, but he looks different, like his makeup on, or he's an alien or some shit like that.
He's an alien of some sort.
Yeah.
There's a possibility. I mean, yes, there's always a right way to do it. Will they do it? I'm not too positive they could. I'm afraid that they would make it too. Hey, look, it's Tom Cruise. Maybe I am not against any try. All I want is the same thing you guys want. Let's get consistent with Star Wars again, but at the same time, don't overdo it. I think they did the right thing waiting for Mandalorian and Grogu because it's the first movie in a long time. I just don't think it's the right movie. I'm not even sure if it should be to theater. I think if it were like a special on Disney Plus, like a movie on Disney Plus, directed to Disney Plus, I'd be okay with that. I just don't know if it's the right movie to go to the theaters with. I'm with Danny. I want lightsabers. I want Sith. I want Jedi. Give me, and again, I bring this up all the time, give me a movie about Darth Vader. Like in between stuff we haven't seen yet, or the Inquisitors, full-on movie about the Inquisitors and Vader, or something like that. I prefer that.
Tom Cruise as a Sith, who would believe him as a weird, restrictive sect? Yeah, for real. But listen, I'll say this because again, you're saying you want a Darth Vader movie. No, move away from that. Because they just do nothing but ruin these guys' stories anyways, right?
I get it. That's the thing. But if you can get those characters correct, then I don't know. Again, is there an answer? I don't know. They just got to start doing it, and we have to see what they come up with.
What they need to do, and this goes across the board, is just make good movies, and then we'll be fine, right? It doesn't my arguments are all done if the movies are good, right? If the movies are good, I ain't gonna say nothing. No, okay, you want to make movies about Darth Vader? Go ahead, as long as they're good. The problem is that they haven't been good, and that's the problem. I know people have their where this is good and this isn't. Andor is good, Ahsoka's good. This isn't, right? So there's always that mixed reviews of everything.
Yeah,
in my opinion. I mean, the ones that are okay are passable but it's never like good. It's passable or trash, and that's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of passable. I want
Yeah,
something epic.
disagree
You
with
know
you.
what I mean? When we get to like Doomsday coming up or a Marvel movie, you excited? You're like, oh, Spider-Man movie's coming out. Yes. Doomsday's coming out. Yes. Secret Wars coming out. Yes. But then you get Star Wars, and it's like, Mando and Grogu. Who cares? So, but I agree with Danny. If Mando and Grogu doesn't do well, then Star Wars is in some serious trouble, because they're
You
putting a
think so?
lot of, yeah, they're putting a lot of eggs in that basket, man. But guys, that's the show. I did have a second rant I was gonna go off, but the first rant kind of kept us on here for a long time, so I'll save my Jonathan Major stuff for another time, right? And then I gotta check the post too, because I'm not 100% sure how real that post was, so I gotta check that out too. But they'll definitely be around for that. Danny, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
You can find me, excuse me, on my channel, The Road to Wisdom, on Mondays and Fridays at 7 a.m. Well, I'm starting to upload a little bit early, 6:45 a.m. Also, you can find me here on Monday nights. These two gentlemen, first 3 Mondays of the month. Also, you can find me on the Hangout on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Storms Live at 8 p.m. on Sunday nights.
Absolutely. I don't know yet, Shifty, because I think they film it, but they didn't tell us when it's coming out yet. But I have some worries about that too right now. Chris, where can they find you, sir?
Find me on the Real Review 3000, of course, here on Chaos Central, a few other channels here and there. Right now, on the Real Review 3000, I'm doing my Mass Singer stuff. We're doing the weekly wrap up again. And of course, next week over here on Chaos Central, I'll be doing the Rule of Three. Just so you guys know, back in late January of this year, Chaos Central celebrated 6 years. And I know,
Wait,
Anzo, you've been there for about 5 or 5.5 of it, at least. And Danny's been there since the very beginning. Of course, Danny's the one that brought you here and suggested you come in, and it's worked out great since then. One thing though I gotta say about this is guys, spread the news of what we're doing here every month right now. And this is not the reason why I want people to come, but I do want to make mention, every month we have a giveaway. Every month, though, we do 3 shows. Each of our shows are different. We bring different perspective, different types of fire, different insights and things to these shows. And that's why we work well together. And I want all you guys that you are here, if you're watching over on Anzo's channel, if you watch over on Danny's channel, wherever you're watching this, tell people to come here, because you're going to get stuff that isn't echo chambers. And that's one
facts.
reason why we work well together. Because even if we don't agree, there's one thing we're not going to do. We're not going to give you the same BS you see on other channels that follow one line of thought, and everybody that jumps on there is like, oh, yeah, says the same thing over and over again in different. Listen, it's like watching something in Spanish. It's like it says the same thing, but it's just in a different language. Everybody says it differently, but it's the same trash that comes out of everybody's mouth on that screen. And you don't get that here. So that's why this works well. I want you guys to tell everybody about it. And really, I don't care where you guys watch this, guys, but check out these shows, because we do this for you guys. We have a good time doing this together, but we really do this for you guys because we want to give you something different. So, Anzo, this was a great show. I love the rant, because I hate the awards and stuff like that. I just hate it. So I love it. Loved all of this. Guys, it's great streaming with you. It's been, like I said, 5.5 years of great streaming. I appreciate you guys being here. So thank you for having me on, as always. Appreciate it.
No problem. It's funny you say that, because I just got an anniversary for my channel, and it was like, 7 years, but I'm guessing that's before.
You might have started the channel. I just know that on Chaos Central it says January 17th of 2020.
Yeah, 100%. I think my first show was actually 5 years ago. I think I'm looking here. I see here. So yeah.
Oh my God.
It's been a long time. And I said this the other day. I said, you know what? Honestly, I think maybe 10 years on YouTube might be the cutoff for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, 10 years might be the cutoff for me. I did 10 years on YouTube. I think 10 years is a good little bit of career on YouTube. Now, I say this now, but we'll see what happens in 3 years. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. But I mean, I'm enjoying the time I spend with you guys. It's always fun hanging out with you guys for real. And the reason why we work so good together is because I keep us all in check. That's the reason why. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, Danny, you know, Onzo, the level-headed one on this show.
Yeah.
And this is for Danny before we go. So Maul's Shadow Lord release episodes 1 and 2 April 6th, episodes 3 and 4 April 13th, episode 5 and 6 April 20th, April 27th for 7 and 8, and May the 4th are gonna have the final 2 episodes, which is May 9th and episodes 9 and 10.
On May the 4th. Go figure that one. That was planned.
Absolutely.
You know, I wonder if that's got something bigger to do with something. Like if they're really
You know what?
Yeah,
I think maybe those final 2 episodes might have something special in there for them to put it on May the 4th, right? So it's definitely something good to tune into. Mama Bear said Anzo is so modest. Yes, I am. And honest, right? Modest and honest. Like, I'm just speaking the facts.
I'm trying to go back to see when my first video was. Oh my goodness.
Who you kidding? We are all gonna be senior citizens all up on here one day.
Man, that's just 7 years ago.
7 years ago was your first video, Danny?
Yep.
Ooh.
My first one. Let me see here if I can actually find it. Videos. 2017.
March 11th, 2019.
Damn.
September 13th of 2017. I started this channel back in 2014, and I just did a lot of pre-work to do stuff.
Where are you looking at? Where are you looking at to find that?
If you go into your videos, like if you go into your studio and go to content, go to videos, over a date, click and let it go up, and you can look at each one of them live. My first live stream was March 17th, 2019.
I just went to videos and scroll all the way down to the end. And my first video was a Cap Marvel movie spoiler review.
Oh, okay. So the first video I think I ever uploaded to YouTube was March 7th, 2019 was when I saw the dude getting beat up by the police in the metro. So that was it. And then after that, it's May 21st, 2020. And that's when I started my channel, started like putting out videos. My first video was actually Dave Filoni educates us on the prequels.
Oh,
interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, we've been doing this stuff for a long time, man. You know what I mean? So, and I'll say this before I go. It was a pleasure, and it's been an honor to stream with both of you.
Yep. The feeling is mutual, Bubba.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
There ain't many people. I'm gonna fight a headache to come on here, but I fought this headache tonight.
Indeed.
My headache been more for the past 2 or 3 hours.
And I'm glad it did, Danny. I will let you get some rest now and get that headache gone, because we are going to close up the show. And just to shout out, last thing is, because Danny, Chris, even Rob had something to do with where I am today. You know what I mean? So I always have to shout out the people that got me to where I am, and that's why I did what I had to do to help people get to where they are too as well. So it's been a pleasure. It's been fun. We ain't going nowhere soon. So make sure to check us out for our great content, because tomorrow night will be Cross?
No.
Tomorrow night's Tomorrow's Paradise. Tomorrow's Paradise. I got that mixed up. But Thursday is the final episode of Cross. So Danny, you can knock one scream off your lips.
And Chris, so far, let me ask this. What do you think is the better show, Cross or Paradise?
Ooh.
Well, I've seen only a few things of Cross, but I like Paradise more. I think it has a better story.
What's that? Like 4 for 0 for 4, Danny?
Crazy.
Mama Bear, thank you as well. You know what I mean? You were definitely a part of that too, because you were a part of the Chaos crew at one point too. And like you actually gave me the motivation to as well. So I appreciate all you guys. But with that being said, we are going to close it up. Make sure to check us out tomorrow. Friday, we will be doing not a watch party for From, but we're going to be doing theories and predictions and stuff like that because Tank can't make it. So we'll
How
go
many
back
seasons is this from now?
this will be season 4 coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, season 4 coming up. I know you were in the last chat, Danny, and I was like, wait, because right towards the end, Danny was like, oh, I'm going to bed. And I'm like, Danny, I know you weren't sitting there watching From with us. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I saw it on the box. Did they skip last year?
No, last year was season 4.
It started, I thought you just said is this
season 3. Sorry, season 3.
Yeah, because it said it started in 2022, 23, 24. There was nothing in 25.
Because the writer's strike, right? So I think it went in from 24 to 25 kind of way. Okay. And then 26 they're filming again, right? So that's why. But definitely a good show to check out, guys. We will see you on the next one. Peace, love, and hair grease. We out.